Monday, and I forgot something. It's time for Derek's weekly crypto update. Hope you guys are ready. It's in for a good episode. Today we're going to go over Bitcoin, Zcash, and since it's Monday, we had a big movement this morning, and I just want to talk about that. So stay tuned. We're going to come back at you, and we're going to go over our weekly price updates and what's going on in the world of crypto. All right, looking at our two main coins, looks like Bitcoin's up 11% and Zcash is up 7% on the week. Bitcoin's up quite a bit more than that after today, so we're gonna go over that in a little bit. But everything's moving up. Looks like our coin market cap, the total crypto market cap's over 1.3 trillion right now. So we are trending up. It's a pretty big week, and yeah, let's go over Bitcoin and see what we're looking like on the charts on the 4-hour and the daily. So it is Monday, and I wanted to go over our CoinGecko top coins. Because there was a lot of movement this past week. I don't know if you noticed, Cardano currently is sitting at 69 cents. It's up 100% on the week. Ethereum, 32%. A lot of these are big gainers. Dogecoin's holding at 8 cents. Dogecoin is holding at 8 cents. I just have nothing to say to that. Stellar is up 30%. Everything's really up. There's nothing really. If you look at it, everything's green on the weekly chart. This is alt season. This is our bull market. We're in it. Like, you should be, if you're going to be in a position, make sure you hold that position, because right now, everything is up. Everything. The only gainer is this Voyager token, 7.5% down. Leo token minus 0.8%. That is... And Tether is Tether, so we can't really count that. XRP is down 9%. We have 3 coins in the top 100, maybe 4, that are down on the week. Everything else is up. Looking at it, the average is about 50%, 40%. If you're in crypto right now, you're up. This week is a big week for everybody. This is the time where we make our money. This is the time where the reason we held is coming to fruition. We've held this long because we're seeking these kind of profits. You don't see profits in the Dow or in the S&P over the market that are up this percentage gainers. You don't have a 20% gainer as well as 129% gainer as well as 75, 200. Like, we don't have this in the regular market. You might have those once in a while ones like AMC, GME, all those other ones that will pump and dump, but right now, this is the market for crypto. If you can get in, time your moves, you can make a lot of money. I just want to go over the major article for the week. Then I'm going to cut it short just because it is Monday, and I want to make sure you guys, I know it's a work day, and I don't want you guys to pay too much attention when you should be working. So let's just go over a little bit of news, and then we will go from there. And as we take a look over at our Bitcoin chart, if you look at here, this little ascending path that we've been in, it looks like we're coming out of it, and we broke out of it recently. We're going to be going over the news why that happened. It happened actually because of Elon Musk making a little bit of a tweet about his Tesla buying $1.5 billion in Bitcoin just to put in their reserve currency. Now, I know this is going to sound a little bit outrageous, but I may have made a statement about that when I first started the crypto channel, and I've been telling a lot of people about this for the past few years. This is the first step we have towards mainstream acceptance. If we look at here on our 4-hour chart, we were coming down, actually in the lower momentum squeeze, but then out of nowhere, it looks like it touched the bottom part of this ascending channel that we've been in for probably a week and a half now. And then as soon as it touched it, it looks like it had a reaction and bounced off it. Looks like our momentum's going back up. It looks like it's a healthy candle. It looks like we might continue rising. This might be a catalyst that pushes us to $55,000. I haven't gone out and charted to see where our next target is. Right now I'm just seeing, as soon as the pattern forms here, we'll start to take a look at it and see what's going on here. But honestly, it looks like we're looking pretty healthy in the Bitcoin chart. If we look over to our 1-day chart, because that's always a good one to look at too, we see our momentum's going up continuously and fast. We broke out here. We're just waiting on the confirmation on the daily. Like, if it comes down here and bounces and comes back up, then we're going to be looking healthy. If it comes down, you know, and touches this line and falls through it again, we might be continuing in this channel up a little more. But we're going to see what's going to happen as this day goes on. I think this is going to be a really interesting day for Bitcoin, and I think everyone needs to keep an eye out because this is the biggest news we've had in Bitcoin ever. All right, looking at Zcash on our 4-hour, it looks like we're starting to break out of this little channel that we've been in. Again, since it looks like the January 11th, we've started here, we came up, and then we've been riding in this channel ever since. It looks like we're starting to break out of the top side. If you look at our momentum here, it looks like we had a couple momentums down with just really small ones where they squeezed, and then it broke out to the upside, and then it squeezed, and then, I mean, if we look back, the last time it really did this, if you want to look back for something for reference, it did it right here over in the beginning of November, sorry, the middle to the end of November. If you look over here, it did these little squeezes and then pushed and then it squeezed. And that's what I'm really looking to. I'm looking to see a big movement here. In November, we had a movement from 60 to 80. I mean, you can never look to prior price action for future price prediction. But there's always you're looking for the fractals, the imitations in the pattern, something that's going to repeat. For me, right here, I mean, this is small with a squeeze and then coming out, and small with a squeeze coming out. I'd be almost looking for here to see if we come back up to the top part of this Bollinger Band and keep rising. It's an interesting pattern to see. I think we're looking pretty good on the hourly, and if you look at our daily, I mean, and on the daily, we are riding the top part of the Bollinger Band. So I could see us continuing this up, and if we do, I mean, we could be looking back up at these 120s, the level right around $120 that we saw right in the beginning of January. So that's almost a month ago. But this little pattern, I mean, this is an intermediary pattern. It's been riding in it for a while, and it hasn't really gotten out of it. I'm really looking to see what's going to happen in the next week in this. This is going to be an interesting chart to see where we come up and where we play from here, because I want to see what's going to happen here. Ideally, I want to see us continue this pattern, continue this right here. And by the end of next week, yeah, it looks like we're riding just like this. By the end of next week, I'd like to see us sitting right around a little over $100 if we're going to continue on this trend line right here. Because it looks like we're riding this trend line, bouncing off it a couple times. If we come down, let's adjust this really quick. But the trend line looks like it is bouncing off there almost. If you look, it's come down, touched it twice, and then it's touched it here, went through, and then broke through. It never really came and solidified below it. So let's even go like this and really... because it looks like it touched it twice and came through. So I'm going to use this, because this looks like it's bouncing off the line of support right here. Support right here. So I'm going to use this as a trend to anticipate what we're going to do next week and see if we can keep above this trend line and keep it going. Because if we can, we might be solidifying a new trend in the upward path here. It might be, honestly, it might be going like this, and we might be able to ride this increase out. I'm going to look for us to stay in this path. Let's move this up a little bit to adjust. But yeah, I really think we're in an ascending channel right now. Mind you, this is only from the 28th to now, so this is only 14 days. So let's see another week and see if we can play out this pattern. I'm going to keep this line in here. I made it right when we started, during this video so you guys could see it. But that's pretty much what I do, is I try to see what the bigger term pattern, like if we look at the bigger term, the bigger picture, the pattern is this little wedge here that we've just broken out of. On the shorter term, which is a smaller time frame if you look at it, this is the new pattern that we seem to be forming. So this is what I'm going to look to continue. If this bounces and rejects and falls back in here, it might be a continuation of this pattern, and this was just a little bit of an upward momentum that was pushed out. But that's it for Zcash. Let's take a look at the Zcash Bitcoin pairing, because that's going to fall quite a bit. I want to see if it's still playing in our channel, especially with Bitcoin's price rising by 11% this past week. All right, and Zcash actually looks to be pretty similar to where we were. This is a big term pattern. I mean, we are talking multi-months, half a year right now, where we've been riding in this descending channel. It still looks like we're in a descending channel, so Zcash versus the Bitcoin parity might be, it might still looks like it's holding true to this downtrend. So it might be worth holding your Zcash as Bitcoin right now. I think in the long term, I still think Zcash is a bigger project. I don't have like a large position in Zcash. I do have, you know, a singular percentage amounts in Zcash as inverse to Bitcoin. Bitcoin is my largest holding, but Zcash is my it's my biggest alt. I have I have an Ethereum, but no more than one of those, and I'm just trying to hold those and see what's going to happen with this. But it looks like we're riding on these waves up and down and up and down. And it looks like we're coming down again. This is something, if Bitcoin continues to rise like it's been, I'd continue to see this coming down. Unless we have some big news with Zcash. One thing to remember is Zcash did halving almost 6 months after Bitcoin. So we're looking for, when Zcash or Bitcoin did have it in May, Zcash didn't have it until November. So we have this here. We might have a reversal. And that's the thing I'm going to be looking for. I'm going to look for this to continue here and almost reverse up. And that's the thing I'm going to be keeping an eye out for, because the halving of Zcash is going to make those, it's going to make it a lot harder. And it's going to have a lot less sell pressure from the miners when they, just because they don't make as much Zcash. That's something to keep an eye on too. So I hope you guys keep an eye on this Zcash chart, because this channel is something we've been playing in. And I want to see if we can reverse out of it and just really make a move to the upside, because this is something that we really have to keep an eye on. And one thing, total crypto market cap. Made a prediction that we'd be up to $3 billion in 6 months. Right now we're sitting at 1.3 billion. If we look at our 14-day, just to get an example, we were down to 916, and we were up to, this says 1.23, but right now we're currently sitting at 1.34. So the crypto market cap's coming up. It's coming up pretty quickly. I think Bitcoin's going to be the leading cause of a lot of these other coins to jump. People are going to be taking their profits in Bitcoin, moving them to other coins that haven't yet popped. And just the movement of the profits in Bitcoin over to these other coins is what's really going to cause a giant movement, I think, in a lot of these other currencies. That's something to keep an eye out heavily for, just because I'm pretty sure this is going to continue, and we're going to have an increase in the crypto market cap. If you look at it, if you look at the crypto market cap total back when we were in 17 to 18, it started in January of 17. If we look at it back here, we were sitting at $13 billion, $21 billion. We went all the way up to 700 and change, 800 and change billion. So when you ask me, is it ideal? Can we really see that big of a crypto gain? Can we really see a 3x from here? Easily, we can see a 5x from here. Ideally, at the end of the year, I wouldn't be surprised if we had a $5 trillion market cap for crypto in its entirety. I think it would fall again. I think it'd fall to like the 1.5 trillion dollar mark. I don't think it's sustainable currently. I don't think we have the whole world economy to support it. I think everyone's still on the entry phases of it, so it's something we got to look at in the future. But that's something that we also just make sure we keep following. Make sure we ideally we want to watch it to see if it's going to keep going up like that. And if it does, this is the time. This is it for crypto. Major article of the week. We are on mainstream news, guys. Bitcoin surges to $44,000 and above after Elon Musk makes a tweet that says that Tesla will change or will hold Bitcoin as part of their reserve currency. This is huge. This is the biggest news. Michael Saylor's conference last week was one of the biggest things that happened because it went and talked to a lot of corporate executives, giving them the benefits of holding crypto and Bitcoin in particular as part of your reserve currency. This is a tipping point. You're talking about one of the large cap stocks moving a reserve currency or part of their reserves into Bitcoin. This is exactly what we've been waiting for. I think it's something that we have to look at. When you look at it jumped 15% basically. From 7:30 to 9:30, it was 15%. I think we are still currently above that. I think we're actually quite a bit. If we go to CoinGecko, Yeah, we're still quite a bit above that, and we're trending. Oh, so 43. So we're at 43,000. We were at 44 and change just a few minutes ago, but this is huge. This is when you talk about Tesla's going to start accepting Bitcoin for Tesla. They're going to start taking Bitcoin as payment. They're going to start, this is going to start the movement and volume movement of Bitcoin we're in the atmosphere. You're going to have Bitcoin starting to be able to be used for tender. You're going to have this is just I think the first tipping point, and I'm really 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 excited about this. One of the things we're going to start having Teslas measured in the amount of Bitcoin it costs to buy one. I mean, I saw that on Reddit a little bit ago, and I think that's very interesting to think about. Right now, you can buy a Tesla Model 3 for a Bitcoin. You can now, it's something that, and eventually it's going to keep going up and up. And this is just such bullish news. Visa accepting crypto as part of their payments, looking to integrate it into the Visa network. PayPal looking to start and activate the payments in crypto for all of their merchants. So if they're a merchant, they have to accept crypto, and since you have crypto, you can pay with it. Michael Saylor's conference last week. I think we're trending up. This is going to be huge news for everything in the whole realm of everything. I really don't know what more to say than, guys, hold on to your seats. This is going to be a wild ride. I think this year is going to be pretty crazy. If you hold any Bitcoin, I think keep an eye out. Always make sure you set your exit points. Especially if we go through a wild ride like this, make sure you're able to take profit. Make sure you're able to reap the successes and the rewards that you sowed throughout the year by purchasing and accumulating this crypto. But guys, stay safe. That's it for me on the article side. And I'm going to be going over, and we'll just be ending it shortly. All right, and with it being Monday, I'm not going to go too much more in depth. I want to keep it nice and short for you guys. As always, if you guys ever have a comment, feel free to show it down right below me. You can throw a comment in, throw a question in. I'd be more than happy to look up. If I don't know the answer to it, I will do a little bit of research, and I will make sure I try to comment it on in the next video if I do not get to you in the comment section. All right. Stay safe, stay informed. Guys, this has been Derek's Weekly Crypto Update, and hope you guys have a great week. It's cold out there, so stay warm.